show you around the Bradford. For those of you that can't get out to tour, we thought we would just do a video tour for you. So we're just going to start downstairs, and then we are going to walk with the property outside, and then we'll end up on the third floor of the bridal suite. So typically people walk in, and what we see is a place to drop gifts, a place to sign in the hallway, or over on this side, really whichever makes sense for your aesthetic. The house holds about 100 to 120 people, is what we feel comfortable with. When you have over 120 and you want to use it for cocktail hour, we suggest kind of spilling out over into the alcoves and out into the front yard. This is the main room. This is probably what people see the most in pictures. The mantle is definitely a place where people like to decorate. You are allowed to hang things on the wall with command hooks. We just ask that you let us take the command hooks off since we know how to do it appropriately. But it does take a lot to fill up the space, so we have 5 cocktail tables. Typically that is enough. In here we often see a lot of people that have rented furniture, lounges, the bars have been in here. Really the sky's the limit as to what the space can do. There is one restroom right here in the hallway downstairs that guests can use. We do try to remind people that there are more in the ballroom, but they tend to forget because it's the first one they see, so they feel like it's the only one that we have. This is another area downstairs that is typically utilized. In here, I've seen a bar, photo booth, sometimes we put the cake in here. Again, it's definitely just a blank space. So one of the neat things about the house is it comes completely empty for you to fill up or leave empty however you want to do it. You also know there's another alcove over here as well. And the alcoves are really popular for bars, areas, because it's a good hybrid of merging the inside and the outside together. In here is the kitchen, and the kitchen's pretty basic. We do try to keep it really empty for our renters, so caterers are really only coming here to either plate up appetizers or to wash their hands. They have a whole different area that they utilize. Whether you book it overnight or just a day of, we keep the fridge empty for you, so if you want to bring in lunch, breakfast, whatnot, that is the space is available to you. If you do book an overnight, it comes with a big breakfast, so we have a breakfast in the front room, we set a big buffet, really nice table, and we do prep breakfast in the kitchen in the morning for you. Alright, so we're going to walk the rain-free path to the ballroom, take a look at the ballroom, and then take a look at some ceremony and reception options. This one, the alcove, and just want to take note here that there is this bureau out here. It is movable. It's the only thing that really comes with the rental. Last wedding had it in the alcove, but you can put it anywhere you want downstairs. This is the rain-free path, so if it is raining, this is how you get to the ballroom. Here. And then this is the ballroom. So typically this space is mostly used for dancing, mostly just because it is temperature controlled, it's heated and cooled. In the summer we have these extra AC units that help with the heat as well. So in here what you typically see is, like I said, dance floor. Sometimes we'll put a second bar in here. A lot of times the cake or the desserts are in here since everything's really going on in this space. It is a great place, especially in the summer months, so your cake doesn't melt. So a really typical flow for an event is that people come into the house, have a pre-ceremony function, they go outside for a ceremony, they go back in the house in the front yard for cocktail hour, we have dinner on the terrace, and they come into the ballroom to do some dancing. That's your typical flow. A lot of times buffet is in here as well because it has a really easy in and out process from the terrace. And the other thing the ballroom is mostly used for is your ceremony backup. So it can hold about 130 people seated in here for ceremony backup, so it's a great option if there's rain. Down here are the commercial bathrooms. So we're going to show you real quick different spaces. You can see in here is where we store our chairs. So we do have the mahogany folding chairs here. This is the girls' restroom. It has 2 stalls. We do provide basic toiletry items for your guests. And then the men's restroom, same thing, just a little bit manlier, light fixtures. Two stalls as well. So a common question we get with the ballroom is, can we open up these doors? And the answer is yes. Especially in our spring and fall months, these doors stay open pretty much the entire time. But when it's hot outside, it's hot. So a lot of brides opt to leave the door closed to keep the air conditioning inside, just so the dancing is a little bit more fun. So this is the terrace. It does come with market lights, as you can see. It is over the terrace, and it's also over the back garden area as well. The tent, if you were to get our basic 40 by 40 tent that gets rented here, covers the entire terrace here. Attacked by a bug. The terrace holds about 130 with the dance floor, 140 without. Most often what we see is people utilizing the terrace and also this back garden. It's a great place for maybe a head table, some family seating. It's deceiving, but that space is actually quite large. It can hold an additional 50 to 60 people, and it is also a great ceremony option because it is shaded by 5. So if you have a smaller guest count of that 120, this is a great ceremony spot in the summer as well. You can see the back door, it's still really pretty. So a lot of times our bride and groom, when they're being announced in, come out those doors. That's probably the most common place they've been announced in, which is nice. And then over here is probably what you see the most on Instagram. What you see the most on Instagram is our ceremony spot. So this is the side garden. Advantages to this is you have a little bit more green behind you. The chairs do kind of go with the shape of the grass. In terms of entrance, a lot of times my suggestion is having your bridal party and family come out these arches, and then maybe the bride coming around the front, just because it's a little bit awkward to navigate those arches if you're being escorted down the aisle. The house starts shading about 4 o'clock, so come 5:30. Your shade in the front pretty much comes all the way to here. So this is a great cocktail hour space, especially in the summer months when it's very warm outside. But this is your other ceremony spot option that we have here in front of these gates, or you can do in front of these trees over here. This is the entrance area. Advantages to this is really just the beauty of it. It looks more like kind of an enclosed garden. The other great thing is when you walk out down the aisle, you have your house as the backdrop. Disadvantages is it's full on sun, so it doesn't really shade. So it's definitely something to consider in those summer months, either having market umbrellas, and it can also be tinted. So the great thing about that space as well, it could also be a cocktail hour, or you can have your actual reception there. So it's like a 50 by 50 spot tent that would go up. So we're going to go back inside. We're going to go on the second floor, so look at the sleeping rooms, and then the third floor, which is the bridal suite. Alright, so the second floor sleeps 8 people, has 4 bedrooms and 3 full baths. We do have a tankless water heater that's 11 gallons per minute, so that's basically about 3 showers at one time. You can have hot water. This is the master. It has a full bath and access to a private balcony. Balcony is a great picture spot, and bathroom's just a fun, relaxing bathroom. We have this queen bedroom, which has access to a private balcony, and it also has a full bath as well. And then we have a full bedroom and then 2 twins in here, and they share this hall bath. And then on the 3rd floor is our bridal suite. this is typically where the girls get ready. It has 2 day beds with trundle, so it sleeps 4. You have your getting ready area. This bench here is really popular for makeup artists just to kind of spread out, has a lot of natural light that comes in the windows. And then you also have a little mini fridge and kitchenette over here, and then a full bathroom as well. So the only big changes we're going to have in 2019 is starting in January, we'll have another groom space, which will be above the ballroom. But you kind of see it out these windows right here. But other than that, that is the property. Thanks so much for going on a tour with us.